Hello and welcome to the IoT Build conference here in London. I'm Doug Drinkwater, the editor of IoB, and I'm here to chat with Seb Chakraborty, who is the CTO of Hive. Hive, as we all know now, has become the poster boy, if you like, of smart home and smart thermostat success. So I asked him about the company's direction.
I put the success down to the customer focus that we've got. It's basically in everything that we do. Our product success is possibly because we try and engage the customer at every point we can do, and we don't build product features without the product owner leading that feature. So therefore, it's a really good mix, and I think it counts for one of the reasons why we're successful. I think the other reason is that British Gas, when we were created, they realised that it needed to be an innovation business set outside of the core business. I think that was another important step. And the third thing I'd say is the engineering channel. We've got an army of engineers that are used to going in the home, and they're our prime advocates for the service. So I think those are the three things I'd say are the success. I think it's about driving mass adoption. Clearly, we've been very successful as a business, but actually there's a lot to play for in terms of the overall market. So we want to drive that market by doing what we're doing and scaling that business and the products we've got, but also customers are wanting more. They're wanting to add new products to the existing portfolio of products they've got in the home, and we're going to be driving that scale both in the UK. We've launched recently in North America, and so we're going to go for new markets, essentially out of the UK as well, so into Europe. It is a crowded market, and there has been a bit of a hype cycle in this respect, but the home is a very important place for the big companies to go for, whether they're retailers or device manufacturers or even the big players. I think the thing that we have to appreciate, though, it's not necessarily about the technology, it's about the customer experience, and that's where we've majored, and we like to think that if anyone is going to capture that market, it's going to be the people who get the experience absolutely right. Some of the technology stuff is completely relevant. It's about understanding what customers ultimately want, which I think is more important. So I think it's an interesting, challenging market. There are going to be more entrants into the space, and I think that's probably a good thing, because actually it wheedles out the more successful ones with the vision on an eye on customer and what their needs are. There's a degree of friction involved in setting your house up, and the barrier that we see is that you're going to get the very tech-savvy customer who will be very open to setting up and trying new things, but there will be a slow adoption of products because they're just not used to connected home. And I think there is a barrier, a technology barrier and a friction barrier still to get over, which is where somewhere like British Gas are in a very good position, because they're already in the home, and they have been in the home for a very long time. I think once you're in the home like we are with the customer, business, particularly at the SME level, is a very viable product for us to move into. And I think the challenge we've got is all about how do you do all of these things together, whether it's focusing on the insurance market or the security market. How do you do that in conjunction with trying to scale the business and basically add more customers to the platform? So it's not that we're not exploring these. We are definitely exploring these, and we do see 2017 where we try some of these new business models and new markets. But we're in a fortunate position of being growing really fast and trying to cater for all these different things you could possibly be doing.